As you're probably well aware, Britain welcomed back its most successful Paralympic team since 1988 yesterday. The Paralympians arrived back at Heathrow on a gold-nosed plane to applause and cheers from the crowds that gathered to greet them there. They won, let me remind you, a total of 147 medals in Rio. And one of those medal winners joins me now. Double Paralympic T44 100 metres champion Jonnie Peacock, fresh from retaining the gold he won in 2012 in this year's Paralympics in Rio. And very good to talk to you, Jonnie. Now, tell me about that. Mentioning 2012, did that experience help you this time round? You looked very cool, calm and collected.
Hey, thanks for having me. Yeah, it was, I guess it does. You know, you take solace in all my championship performances. You know, every single year I seem to always get the best out of myself at those times. So I think Rio, there was definitely a lot of pressure there. There was a lot of guys that had run very fast throughout the season. I was only 300ths away from the guy that was ranked second throughout the year, which is about that much. So, you know, I did think the race was going to be really close, but I was pretty relaxed. I was pretty happy, and I was confident that my team had got me in a great place to be ready to go.
And is that the trick then? The trick is to run your own race and not let even the thoughts of the other guys to get into your head.
Definitely. I think that's something that I've even worked on this year. I think I've had problems in the past trying to race people too much, and I definitely think that doesn't help me. So now, and for those two races particularly, the heat and the final at Rio, I definitely feel like I executed that a lot better. So, yeah, happy with how it went.
And talk about the crowds. I mean, looking at your race and indeed so many others, there seem to be plenty of people around and plenty enthusiastic as well. But you, like the rest of us, must have seen those reports after the Olympics, before the Paralympics, saying there wasn't a lot of interest in Rio. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, obviously they stopped selling the top tier of tickets. So the bottom tier was completely full up. You know, the noise that they made was absolutely incredible. And I think someone told me a stat recently. I think that the amount of people, the tickets sold for the park, there's more people in the park on one day for the Paralympics than in total for the All Olympics. So I think that they reached a record number at that period. So that tells you that the hunger out there was fantastic, and they really got behind all the athletes, not just the Brazilians as well. So that was great to see. They seemed to enjoy their sport, so it was great for both of us.
And organising it all, accommodation good, and getting to and from the stadium and things like that?
Yeah, everything seemed to work pretty well. I think you always get niggles and little problems leading into the games, and the reports will come back because of that, but you know, I think everything seemed to work okay, and you saw that every athlete seemed to make it to the start line, so that's always
that's the main thing. Yeah. Well, thumbs up for the Brazilians then. Now, tell me about these lucky charms, which are probably more dear to you, I suspect, than those medals.
Yeah, so there's these two lucky charms that I race with, all the big ones. There's a little St Christopher that my mum got me just before one of my big races years and years ago. And then there's a little pin from my granddad's cap from the army. He died just before I was born. So I just like to carry those with me just for a bit of extra luck. And I'd strap them to my leg for the final. But basically there was no pockets. So after I kind of took them off and showed them when I did my interviews afterwards, to show my mum that she was kind of with me there in the race, I put them down the side of my shorts, and afterwards you get whisked around everywhere for your medal ceremony and stuff, and I basically was just told to pick up all my stuff and walk out. So I think at some point they'd been left there, but luckily they were handed in by some kind soul, and yeah, they managed to find their way back to me, which was fantastic.
It's an awful feeling, isn't it? Most athletes, a bit superstitious and have things like that. Certainly have routines, don't you?
To a degree, yeah. I mean, they're the only things that I really have with me for big races. I have probably forgot them once or twice. I try not to let superstition too much take over. As long as I've had a good warm-up and a lot of caffeine, then I know I'll be ready to go.
Yeah, sounds like me, except I can't run quite as fast as you. Maybe do it in a minute or so. Tell me then, what about the future? What have you been up to since you got back? Are you having any rest, or are people like us still wanting to talk to you all the time?
No, I think this is getting there now. I think I'll be home tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. I haven't quite been home yet, so definitely looking forward to it. Going home, just laying on the couch and crashing for a couple of days before a few more of this carries on.
And a bit of a holiday then, after the couch maybe?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'll go away for a couple of weeks in a few weeks' time when things have died down a little. And just try and take a bit of time to relax and mentally unwind after the year that we've had.
Yeah, it's been incredible. But what about the training then? When you get back into training, do you get a bit paranoid if you aren't training, think, oh my goodness me, I'll start losing it?
No, not at all. Not at all. I think sometimes it's nice to have a few good months of real hard graft training. You're not necessarily super sharp and super fast at that point in time, but you kind of don't want to be, because if you're that fast in kind of December, then it's a struggle to hold on to it and to not get too injured for the rest of the season. So definitely take a few weeks off. I'll still do a bit of bits and bobs, just because I like to. I like to stay active myself. I get a bit kind of itchy feet, or itchy foot, I should say. Otherwise, but I'll just enjoy a few burgers in the meantime.
So, what other sports do you like doing just to relax?
I used to like football, but I can't play. I probably shouldn't play that now, just because the last time I did, I was on the pitch for about 5 minutes and I tore my MCL, and that put me out for about 4 weeks of my proper training. So I probably shouldn't do that this year. Yeah, I don't think your coach would recommend that. So what about the year ahead? And of course, obviously, Tokyo 2020, that must be on the radar. You're still a very young man, but what about next year? So next year we've got the IPC London 2017 Athletics World Championships. So that'll be awesome, because it's back in the stadium where it all began for me, back in the London 2012 stadium. So I think that's going to be a great event. The support that we get in this country is always amazing. The fans always turn up and they always cheer at the top of their lungs. So I think that's going to be an awesome event. And I think it's also the first World Championships where both the able-bodied and the Paralympic are going to be held at the same arena during roughly the same time too. So that's really exciting, and hopefully, we can all build up some good stuff there. And
have you got any nice stuff lined up? Are we going to see a book out of you? Are we going to start seeing you on panel shows and things like that?
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe not a book just yet. I'm only 23, so I haven't really got much to write. It'll probably be about 2 chapters worth so far. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever comes up, I'll definitely want to have a bit of fun in this period of time. It just depends. Like I say, sofa time's got to be there as well.
Jonnie, great talking to you. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great rest, and best of luck for the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.